All right, set the timer.
Okay.
Because we went way too long last time.
How long?
It was over an hour.
An hour and 10 minutes.
But here's the funny thing. Timer 30. Start. Here's the funny thing. Dan and his wife watched it.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Why?
They were because he watched My Happy Friday, and then it just kind of showed that was next. Let's watch it. They were just, lazing around in bed. That's getting real lazy in there for an hour. I mean, oh, forks. So, Mr. Devinson.
Yes.
This is episode what?
Episode 60.
60. Wow.
That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of episodes.
Mucho episodo.
So.
And what have we?
Well, tonight we have...
Our sponsor is...
Something I've never had before. And it's a... What? What?
Nothing.
What's so funny?
No, nothing. Keep going.
Okay. And it's the first release in America. They produce this for Europe, but they don't produce it for the U.S. until now.
Wait.
So
they make this in America.
Yes.
For Europe.
Yes.
They don't sell it to Americans.
Not like this.
Just
Correct.
Europeans.
Correct. So this is Wild Turkey 101 8-year.
My mind can't wrap around.
So they sell Wild Turkey 101, okay, but it doesn't have an age stated 8 years.
Okay.
They send that to Europe because Europe is all fancy and snotty with their scotch, and you know what I mean. So it has to have an age statement on it.
Snotty or snooty?
It's both. Rita. I love you, Rita.
She ain't watching this.
I know. And so they decided to release it this year in the U.S.
All right.
And so I know this is gonna come to Oregon, but I got this in Vegas on my trip to Flagstaff.
See, that's what those tariffs did. It brought this back to America.
I don't think that's the case, but
we got to try it.
we got to try it.
Oh, we need some glasses.
Yeah, and I've never had wild turkey ever.
So, our glasses are on this upper shelf now.
Oh, why is that?
Because they're just for us here.
Okay, awesome.
These moments, these magical moments.
So
And I don't want it mixed in with all my other, rocks glasses.
Yeah. So this is the first time I've ever had wild turkey.
I've eaten wild turkey before.
Yeah, I've eaten it, but I've never drank it.
Sounds gross. Turkey in a blender.
So we'll have a glass of this, and then we can move to
And then we'll move to the stuff that you can buy anytime.
the old Buffalo Trace.
So we're going from turkeys to buffalo.
That's right.
All right.
So, Wild Turkey 101.
Wild Turkey 101, episode 60.
8-year.
Welcome
Episode
to
60.
Down to Cabana.
Yeah.
Cheers. Smells like whiskey.
Smells like whiskey.
Mm.
Oh, there's some little spice on the back end.
Yeah. Liking it.
Yeah, that's delicious.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
It's great to have great neighbors.
it is. Yeah, so I got eight bottles of stuff I can't get in Oregon while I was in Flagstaff
Nice.
and Vegas. We tried two, right? We tried the Green River the other day when police officer retired Brett and Ingrid were over. That was really good, right? And then what was the other one that we tried the other night? We tried another one the other night. So this is three of 8.
Wow.
So we'll be going down this Flagstaff in Vegas. Oh, actually, one we're not going to open because that's the Jack Daniel's 10-year. So until I get another bottle, then we'll open it. That's super hard to get.
Jack Daniel's 10-year.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
It's Jack Daniel's aged 10 years.
Look at this. He also brought Doritos.
Yeah. Open that up.
White.
Oh, get a plate. You should get it like a nap and pour some out.
White cheddar
Nacho.
nacho.
Yeah, we'll leave the bag with you, but I'm gonna have a few.
Oh, he's breaking the rules.
Breaking the rules. This is the first time I've had chips over here in a
long time.
very long time.
You've been bringing over the meat instead.
Yeah. These aren't the white cheddar that I had before. They're a little bit different, but they're not bad.
Tastes more like a baked.
Yeah.
It's got that kind of crunch.
Yeah. So went to Flagstaff. That was fun.
Flagstaff, Arizona.
Yeah, we went to Overlanding Expo. I found a couple cool things. I found...
Did you buy anything?
I did. I bought the... what is it? Never leave home without your BJ buddy. It says it on the bag. Never leave home without your BJ buddy.
It's always been my motto.
And what it is it's a device that sits on top of your bottle jack. Hence BJ. You know what a bottle jack is to like jack up your car?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, really.
It's just like a bottle and it has
So is it for like changing a spare?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it sits on it and it cups your axle so you can get right under your axle.
Oh.
Because you can't do it with a regular bottle jack. And a scissor jack is really hard. It just has that little cup on it, right?
Right.
So it's really hard to get under there. So it's a BJ buddy.
All right.
And I was thinking like, because you know when I got that flat tire on the freeway in December, and my little scissor jack wouldn't jack my car up high enough.
Oh.
And I don't know why. So I had to have my
That's
dad.
not good.
I had to have my dad come and bring my floor jack.
Oh man.
And I had to change it. And so I'm like, well, what's the answer to this? I'm like, well, maybe a high lift. You know those high lift jacks? But in order to use a high lift, you have to have a bumper that has an indent for it, or you have to have rails on the side. Well, rails are like $1,200. The high lift jack's like $300. So I'm like $1,500 just to change a tire. I found a BJ buddy for $45.
Oh, nice.
So now I just have to get a $40 bottle jack and I'm good to go.
But you could just pick up the car, have someone change the tire, then set the car back down.
I could, yeah.
I was thinking.
That's right.
Actually, back in the day, I remember Kevin and I, we had somebody, this is back when I was the valet parking garage manager at the Marriott before I went over to the Sheraton. And you know, someone every now and then comes in, they walk off with their keys, they're plugging up, and you know, it's always at a public function where everybody's driving in for this deal.
Yeah.
And it creates this bottleneck, and this Mercedes, we had to move it. And I don't know how many dead bodies they had in that trunk.
But it was heavy?
The trunk was heavier than the front, but basically Kevin and I, we were just doing the moving it over. We moved the car over so that other guys could get through.
Wow.
Yeah.
Strong.
That was back in the day, though.
Back when Dana was a beefcake.
And Kevin was even more of a beefcake. That guy was, like when I first saw him there at the garage, he was born with, is it cerebral palsy? Something like that, that he kind of had this gait, you know, almost like dragging a leg. And the guy is 6'2", 240, nothing but muscle. And I just saw him and I just went, I do not want to mess with this dude. He was a baby. Just a little teddy bear. He became our roommate, and that was when we discovered, because this is back in New Orleans a long time ago. Yeah, like 40 years ago. And I didn't realize, at least back then, racism was both sides of the fence. He couldn't tell his family that he was rooming with white people. Yeah.
Good for him.
And that blew my mind. Because I was like, what? He goes, no, yeah, they can't handle that. That just blew my mind. I
don't know why.
I was this little white boy from Oregon who was down south, and I had never, although I have discovered since then that Oregon does have a bad racist past. But I didn't know that growing up in Eugene. Eugene was just like, everybody smoking marijuana, saying peace, man. So, yeah, I just didn't experience that kind of stuff. That's why I went down south.
Yeah, the South is unique. Unique for sure.
It was an eye-opener for me. Yeah. Mm. So, you know, last week there were a couple things that happened. And I thought, oh, this would be a good thing to talk about.
Now you can't remember.
For the life of me, I can't remember now.
Well, let's see. Russia's still bombing.
I don't know.
What else? They caught some. They caught some warlord in Mexico.
Oh, I missed that one.
Like El Chapo's kid or something.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
That's good. That's always good.
Dang. That's tasty meat. And
Yeah.
tasty whatever.
It's just olive oil with my
But
seasoning.
it's got seasoning in it.
Yeah, it's got my rub. My rub.
I like rub on your meat.
Yeah, it's delicious. Painted the smoke shack.
Yeah.
Everybody should know that. I painted the smoke shack finally. It only took 3 years.
The Cabana is almost up and running. I've got one more zone to do on the sprinkler system. Okay, here's a good one. There's always something, you go to do a project and it turns into another project. Kind of like when I was going to replace a couple of boards on the deck a few years back. It turned into not only redesigning the whole deck, but also changing out the siding.
Oh yeah,
So-
I helped with that. The siding. That was fun.
When I did the front, he flipped out. I brought him out and I said, look, you see anything different? He's like, no. See that wall right there? There's a window behind that wall. I said, you can't do that.
You can't.
I did. So evidently I can. That's up for the next buyer. If they don't like it, they can just take a Sawzall, cut out the hole, and boom, you got a window again.
We don't take our home renovation advice from Dana.
Anyhow, speaking of renovation, so the bamboo back there had choked out a couple of lines on the sprinklers because I got the main line behind them and little lines coming through. Chokes it out. Okay, I just need to divert the main line. So I'm starting to do that. A couple of bamboo got too far forward. So I'm going to cut this. Get down low, so my line is down on the ground. Snip. My speaker goes out
Oh, you cut your speaker cable, Dana.
on the ruins. So now I'm rewiring my speaker because I needed to pull
When
out
did you
that
do
bamboo.
that? When did you do that? Yesterday?
It was like the day before or something, or a couple of days
Because
before.
I heard birds every day except for today.
No, it was a couple of days ago.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear birds today when I was working in the backyard. I was kind of sad.
Aw.
A little bit sad.
Birds and monkeys and
Yeah.
frogs
Yep.
and thunderstorms.
Yep. It's great. It's great ambiance.
Yeah, it's good sound effect stuff.
I hooked my lights back up. All my lights are back up.
Ooh.
Everything is stained. Lights
Nice.
are back up. Stereo's back in.
I need to change out my sound effects in the cave though.
Why?
Well, because I've got some vocals on there every once in a while. Dead men tell no tales, stuff like that. And I just realized they're spaced out too much. Because I was afraid of, you don't want it just that. You just want it every
Yeah.
once in a while. But if you're just going in the cave for a minute,
You're never going to hear it.
you're never going to hear it. Yeah.
You know what you should do?
Because I'll go in and I'll wait and I'll wait and I'll wait and I realize I need to.
You should put like a rattlesnake sound in the cave. So someone's sitting in there and they hear a rattlesnake.
I do have a snake in there.
Well, that's even better.
The skeleton snake.
Yeah.
I used to have a spider.
But
that
that'd
you
be
turn
funny.
it on and every now and then it goes bzzz and comes down. I don't know what happened to that.
Somebody probably whacked it. Maybe those ladies with the karaoke.
The karaoke. What was really funny is I told someone, we've got in the cave, there's this upper little cubby. We've got the book Treasure Island, but deep into there, you got Treasure Island with a skull, and behind it, it's a bottle of Kraken. And I mentioned this to a girl. She reached in there. It's full of cobwebs. And this big-ass spider, she just flipped out. say, hey man, if you really want your booze,
Yeah. You got to get dirty.
yeah, man. Come on. Obviously, she's not into alcohol
Obviously.
because you could let a spider bite you.
For some good alcohol, for sure.
Darn right.
Yeah, what else is in the news? Intel's making more cuts? Intel's making more cuts? I don't think I'm on the cut list again.
Jordan survived his cut list.
Yeah. Sounds good. Going to Ohio this weekend?
Oh yeah.
Playing some roof ball?
And
you're going to
I gotta
Bend?
make the roof report.
Yeah.
I might try that tomorrow because I got someone coming over Thursday.
Oh, are you going to be home tomorrow or are you going to be out working?
During the day, I'm out.
All day?
No.
I'm getting a commercial fridge delivered tomorrow. I might need help.
What?
Yeah.
You're not going to use my fridge anymore?
No.
Oh,
While I do appreciate it.
I feel unwanted.
No. It's
No, that's awesome, man. Oh, and I got to talk to Keith because I believe it was either this week or next week that he's got a lull. And because I told him that you would love to see his kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
I'll shoot him a text.
Yeah. I would.
Yeah. Fabulous chef. So you're getting a fridge tomorrow. What time?
I think in the morning.
Oh, I ain't here.
But I don't know. It could be anywhere from 8 to 4.
Why can't I do that? I get people, it's like, gotta do a bid, but what time are you gonna be there? Well, it needs to be between here and here. How come I don't get to do that?
I don't know. I said just make sure it's after 9 o'clock so that I can take Nisa to school and be home. So I'm getting a fridge. I need to get a freezer too, but now that I can't make cheese legally, I'm kind of bummed.
Yeah.
How can
You
we-
can still make cheese.
Yeah, I will.
Sell it on the black market.
Yeah. You want some black market cheese?
Psst. Hey buddy, want some cheese?
Yeah.
This cheese is some good cheese, man.
So we noticed there's some people that sell cheese at the farmer's market, the Aloha farmer's market over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also one at the Beaverton farmer's market. And so I was going to ask them if they have their own cheese facility or do they rent one? Like where do they use? Because if I can find like a cheese only facility that I can rent, then I'll do it. But
Right.
I don't know.
That was fun doing the little cheese tasting party.
It was fun, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And the cheese was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody tried to make macaroni and cheese with it and they said they didn't like it. I don't know why.
Could it be texture or something?
I don't know. I mean, it should turn into like cheese whiz, right? Like liquid cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I would think it'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
They said it didn't. They said it didn't taste the same.
As when you had it,
So maybe that was the problem. Like
The-
they had an expectation.
the heating maybe affects the flavor.
I don't know. I don't know because I didn't try it. They threw it away, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's sad.
I loved having leftover cheese here for forever. It was great.
Yeah, you had a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna make some more for the night before Bibby's party,
Mm-hmm.
so you can have some on your burger.
Cool.
Yeah. It's gonna be busy. It's gonna be busy for the next couple weeks.
I'll take the little one.
You can take that big one.
No, that's all right.
No,
You
you
can
take.
have the big
No,
one.
you take the big one.
You have the big one.
You take the big one. You're the humble host.
I don't know about humble. I'm a host.
Yeah.
Hostess with the mostest.
So Yeah. So, you guys are going to Bend this weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to Ohio. I'm going to try to score that Starlight.
To play roof
ball. Yeah.
That's why you're going to Ohio.
Uh-huh.
No other reason.
Nope.
Just to play roof ball.
I'm flying Friday night, and I arrive in Columbus at 5:30 in the morning. Then I have to drive to Cleveland to pick up Adam and Derek, and then I have to drive back past Columbus to Lancaster, where the field is.
Oh, right.
I told them I'd pick them up.
Wow.
So they wouldn't have to rent a car. It
Wow.
was a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
I pretend to be nice sometimes.
You're just trying to get, like some kind of a bonus score.
Well, I'm hoping that if I don't qualify for the ending tournament, he'll be nice and let me in like he did last year. I was trying to get him to get that guy to film me the whole year, but he never did it.
Film you doing what? Playing roof ball?
Like going to the tournaments.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
To like, the goal of the...
Like a documenting...
Yeah, trying to like not have to get the founder exemption. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to this one, and then I'm going to Detroit in July, and then either back to Ohio or Orlando in August. If it's in Orlando, it's going to be at Disney World.
Ooh.
In an arena, live on TV.
No!
Yeah, but he needs $30,000.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me either. So he's trying to fundraise.
30,000.
Yeah, because that will cover
30,000. If all of you pay just $1, there it is. 30,000.
Yeah.
Okay, if all of you pay 30,000, there it is.
There it is. Yeah. So, because it costs $15,000 to build the replica roof inside the arena, and then they're going to charge $15,000 for the production, which is way cheap.
Yeah, but wow, that would be pretty sweet.
And I'm definitely going to that.
Now, I told you about Michael's son over in Spain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to give him the heads up. As a matter of fact, I sent him a message. I haven't heard back yet about the end of the summer party.
Oh, he might come?
In August. No, but I thought, yeah, I want him here.
Yeah.
If he can make it.
That'd be sweet.
Sue will be here.
I know. What am I cooking for the end of the... Am I just cooking...
The usual.
Do we need some brisket?
You love your brisket. Everybody else loves your brisket. So yeah, do your brisket.
All right.
Pork bellies too.
Pork belly bites. Everybody loves the pork belly bites. The crunchy bites. The crunchy.
Yeah.
So weird.
And I'll have to have the pizza oven going too. Make a few pizzas.
Do you think so? Maybe that should be at the end.
Oh yeah, for the people who stay
For
late.
the people that stay late.
Oh, but see, Julie, that'll piss her off.
Why?
Because she's already...
Uh-oh.
She has napkins. She has napkins because, I like to have a party once in a while.
What does it say? You have to leave at 9? Please leave by 9 p.m.
Yeah. She's not a fan of the big parties. And so, I am a lucky man to have a wife that puts up with that.
Yes.
Because, you get opposites a lot of times in some areas. There are a lot of areas that she and I are one and the same. But...
Not your voting record. As she stated last night or the night before.
Something like that. I'm here to cancel Dana's vote. Anyhow, yeah, I do like the small groups because that was really cool when Brett and Ingrid were here. You popped over. I really liked that.
Felt bad.
Intimate. Why?
I don't know because
we had already been together for quite a while. No, that was good.
I know, but like sometimes you'll say, "Hey, we're having some people over. If you want to stop by," like then I don't feel bad. But when I'm just like, "Hey," like the nosy neighbor.
I heard some noise. Mind if I stay for a while?
I didn't ask to stay. I just said, "Hey, David, you want to try this?" And you're like, "Hey, sit down." And then Christina's like, "I thought you were only going over there for a minute." Have I ever just gone over there for a minute?
You should have.
I invited her to come. She didn't want to come.
Okay. I take that. She didn't want to see us.
She came the next night.
I know.
She wanted to see you.
Oh, I feel better now.
Yeah, she wanted to see you.
What have I?
Did you spill?
No, there's something sticky on me.
Oh, I spilled a little.
That's what she said.
I spilled a
Well,
little.
no, it's not oil. It's been doing this. I think it's the sweet and sour sauce from what I had for dinner.
This wild turkey is really delicious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop the urge. We should clean out the glasses though.
All right.
For the next round.
All right.
Yeah, when I hear, people in your backyard, I'm like, oh, I want to be invited. I feel like a little puppy.
I have no idea if that was your glass or not.
It's alcohol. I don't think it'll matter.
Well, you haven't seen where I've been. Julie's immune by now.
So there are parts of the country that can't get buffalo trace very well. It's ridiculous.
Huh. Thank you, sir.
Completely ridiculous.
It's too big of a
Oh, it's not too big.
piece.
Just put it in your mouth.
That's what he said.
I hope not.
Oops, I almost dipped it in there. I bet that would be good. A little bit of this.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
What else has been going on, Devin, that we can bitch about and have it mean absolutely nothing?
I'll tell you what. It's cool to do house projects, but I swear,
I know where this is going.
I worked on that damn awning for 3 weeks, 3 weekends and 2 weeks, and then this last weekend, it's like I haven't done anything for a month. Except that. Work, that, sleep, and then I went to Flagstaff. But if I didn't have that in there,
My shed.
yeah, your shed.
Julie's shed.
Well, that's true. It's not yours anymore.
Yeah.
After her friend told her you should make it a she shed. After you said
I
it should have
said
been a she
first,
shed.
yeah. Although I really did like the idea of it being a great prep area for the parties because you got the big long table that everybody sets their food.
Yeah.
But maybe you need to cut something up or heat something up. It would have been perfect for that. Should nix that one.
That's all right. It's a she shed.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
It is pretty sweet. Yeah, so this, and I had to paint.
Overhead.
I had to paint the smoke shack. Then I had to paint the thing. And today I was just using the tongs to flip the meat when I was cooking it. And my hands just hurt. What kind of pussy are you? But I do have I had this job when I was young, winding toroids.
Yeah.
Metal, thick wire around these iron cores, to make power for amplifiers. The first day that I worked there, I did the job. I had this old Buick Skylark that had the push button door handles. And the first day when I was done, I couldn't open my door. I had to use my fist to open my door. And I worked that job for 2.5 years. And it I have my muscles here are big, but they just wear out super fast. And I'm sitting here painting all day, over my head, my neck hurts, my shoulder hurts, for 4 or 5 hours at a time.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
There's a reason people make money, so they can pay people to do that shit.
That's right. Trade school.
No! Be smart and make millions of dollars so you don't have to do it. There's a reason people make money, so they don't have to do that. Because it sucks.
I've been on a long hiatus of working out
Yeah.
because of working on the she shed and that kind of stuff, so I got no time to work out. Finally started again. It's just amazing how fast I get weak.
Yeah. You're old, man. You're probably not taking any supplements. You're probably not.
No, come on, supplements, please. That's such. It's junk. It's junk science. You need to eat real stuff.
It's not junk science. You should
No,
supplement for the things. Oh.
Wow, is it already 30 minutes?
Yeah.
See, this is the thing.
You should supplement for the things that your body doesn't do well.
Oh, my body does everything well.
It eats donuts well. That's for sure. You don't have diabetes. You eat donuts all the time.
Because I've been training for decades.
To eat donuts.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I remember back in the day in New Orleans, I had a streak where I had Thursdays off.
Okay.
And Thursday was the lineup. You had
Lineup?
You had
What's the lineup?
Hill Street Blues,
Oh,
Cheers, Cosby. Yeah, we didn't know about him then. Hill Street Blues, Cheers, Cosby, Night Court.
Oh yeah, I remember that lineup.
It was
like the NBC lineup, right?
Yeah, and it was stellar. I would get a box of donuts, a dozen donuts, a carton of milk, because that was before I was drinking coffee. I'd go through it. Dead serious.
And no diabetes. This is what I figure how I got diabetes. My sister-in-law would give me like a gallon bag of cookies every year for Christmas, and I would go home and eat half of it in one sitting, and I was already fat. Too much fast food for sure. On Fridays, back in the day, Georgina, love you Georgina, she would come into the lab and bring like 3 boxes of bagels, and I would eat like 3 of those Asiago cheese bagels and then eat my lunch.
Nice.
So that's like 10,000 calories, like all carbs, like shit like that, man.
Yeah.
I was not smart. Not smart. And I didn't work out. I was fat. And back then I was like 230.
Oh, wow.
Like my suit, like my tux that I got married in is like a little bit too big.
when I was in high school, I ate a lot, but I was working out all the time.
I never worked out in high school. I ate a lot, but I walked 6 miles a day, every day. Like, I walk to school, walk home, walk here, walk there. Like, I didn't drive until senior year, like halfway through my senior year.
When we lived in New Orleans, at first we were in a really bad neighborhood. We were the only white people in that neighborhood.
So why was
and
it
so
bad?
people
So it's just bad because you're only white people?
in Houston. Sorry. But we never had any problems. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just kind of, there was crime and stuff. But people would not pick up Julie. So I let her take the car to go to work, and so I jogged to work. It was 5 miles each way.
Yeah.
And that's if you get on a Google map and go, here's where we lived, here's downtown Houston, straight line is 5 miles. So it's probably a little bit more.
Sure.
I jog to work, jog back. Jog to work, jog back. I stopped when Elgin in the back, because it was at a print shop that I worked. Finally one day he goes, and he was a big black dude, you know, nothing for him to be afraid of. He said, you know, Dana, I know where you live. What route do you take when you're jogging home? Because sometimes I'd work overtime and I'm jogging home at night.
Yeah.
And I told him, and I don't remember the park that I ran through, and he goes, you go through there at night? I wouldn't go through there at night. I went, that would explain some of the things I saw.
Yeah, no shit.
Because I'd see guys with weapons.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just jogging through, and I think they were just shocked.
They were like, what is this white guy doing? He must be insane.
I think maybe they thought it was a ghost.
Maybe.
Couldn't have been a white dude. It was a ghost.
Yeah, must have been a ghost. White people don't come around here.
So, that I was getting, and that just blows my mind. I thought, okay, I must not be remembering this right. So I got on Google Maps once, and it's like, I don't remember exactly where we lived, but it was like right over here it was not far from Astro World. Mm-hmm. And here's roughly where I worked. It's like, damn, that's 5 miles. Straight line.
Good for you, man.
That's insane. 10 miles a day. I can't do that. No wonder my joints hurt so much.
Well, I walked 6.7 miles today.
Oh, wow.
So,
wow.
I mean, my goal is 15,000 steps, which is almost 7 miles.
Okay, the timer is the chips. When the chips are all gone,
Well, you better just dump it all out then.
I'm doing that.
Okay.
Because we
Aren't
can't.
these delicious?
They're wonderful. Speaking of diabetes.
I wasn't supposed to do this.
But in high school, I still remember, I don't know, maybe I've already said this to you before. I still remember the night that I ate the most in my life. I remember it vividly because it began with my dad. He got some kind of a deal from work, a little award.
Yeah, I remember that.
So maybe I haven't told you.
You should tell them.
So it was like a Benihana place where they cook it right in front of you. And so he got that free, and my dad was a cheapskate. So he took me over there, and we had dinner. I get home, I call Frank. Hey, what you doing? Oh, nothing, I'm just about to get something to eat. Oh, yeah, that sounds great. So Frank and I, we loved that. It was banquet chicken. It was a 12-piece box. And so we each had a box, and then we split a big bag of tater tots, and then a 64-ounce squirt, because I loved squirt, and he had, I don't remember what his soda choice was. And so after that Benihana, I then had a box of banquet chicken and half a bag of tater tots and a 64-ounce squirt.
64 ounces?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then it's like, well, let's go out and do something.
That's all sugar.
And then it was like a bunch of friends, they were going out for pizza. It's like, okay. So I joined for pizza. And so I got what I always got. The giant pizza for myself and a pitcher of soda. And I ate that.
And a pitcher, that's like 128 ounces.
And I ate that. And then after that, we needed dessert. So we went to Farrell's, where I got not a pig's trough, 2 pig's troughs.
Jeez.
So they called me a hog rather than a pig.
Nice.
That was the night. So then we're out cruising afterwards.
Did you throw
saw
up?
some friends. No, but I yelled really loud, and all of a sudden got this pain. And the pain for days did not go away. I finally went to see a doc, and I had torn the diaphragm when I yelled, and he said, you're just gonna have to let it heal. And the only thing I can think of is that I had so much food in there that when I went and yelled, it ripped.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've eaten
And I had no fat. Because I was doing gymnastics, martial arts. And we always ran and did stupid stuff.
I never did any of that. I was a couch potato or a front yard baseball player. I'm trying to think, I don't think I have a hero size food thing. I don't think I do.
I used to be able to get my money's worth at buffets. I can't anymore.
Oh, I once ate, I was an adult, so this is probably even worse, but I once, used to go to Chang's Mongolian Grill. Well, we went to Chong's. It wasn't called...
It's his cousin.
It wasn't called Chong's, it was called something else, but we could never remember what it was called, so we called it Chong's, because it was
But see, I think of Cheech and Chong, It
was the second-rate Chang's, right?
Okay.
And it was close to work. And we used to 2-bowl it, right? 1 bowl of noodles and 1 bowl of meat, right? And then you put all your sauce on. I went back 3 times.
Oh, wow.
So that,
nice.
As an adult, as a fatty, yeah, pre-diabetes.
I used to always have waitresses think that I was pulling their leg or that I had friends coming. Because we'd go out with friends. I remember this Chinese restaurant, I ordered 3 meals and some appetizers for myself. And, the best one was Mike and I. We went over to the coast, and there in Florence, used to be an A&W there, so we pull in there, and I don't remember how many burgers we ordered, and fries, and root beer floats, of course.
Of course.
And it was so funny because it was one of those deals where you pull up to the little speaker thing.
Oh, yeah.
And they used to come out in roller skates, but they just come out and bring it. So this other car, this family pulls up next to us. So when she brought ours out, she kind of looked, and obviously she went, oh, obviously it's the wrong spot. And so she took it to them, and they were like, no, that's not ours. And I go, I think that's ours. And she goes, no, I don't think so, because, yeah, that's it. And we named off what it was, because we both had at least 2 burgers each, and, fries and all that kind of stuff.
Speaking of A&W, on our way to Flagstaff, we stopped at a gas station in the middle of nowhere, and there was an A&W there. And so I couldn't resist. I had a burger, and I ate the bun, and my blood sugar went like fucking sky high. And then I shit myself for the next 2 days. But
what?
Boy, it was delicious. Yeah, man, if my blood sugar gets too high
or something?
Yeah, because of the medicine that I take. If my blood sugar goes too high, then I just start getting diarrhea.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
You know what?
Sucks.
For me, I've got my bowel clock. But when I do coffee in the morning, coffee is a diuretic.
Oh, yeah.
It just... And the way my body is, I don't digest unless something else comes in there.
Oh, you're like Jeff.
And so, if I don't eat, I don't poop.
Yeah.
But as soon as I eat...
Something's got to come out.
Because that's filling that space, so that pushes down here to the...
So weird.
And
that's the weirdest
pushes
thing ever.
down here.
Who does that? I've only known 2 people in my life that have said that to me. Dana is one of them. Jeff, you're the other.
Jeff.
You met Jeff.
Okay.
Did you come over when I had all the the Huna crew that comes with me every year when we had
No.
Were you gone?
I don't know.
You must have been gone. I always invite you over for leftovers. Like, don't act like you don't get leftovers. Jeff is the guy he's the one that's gone. Like when I invited my old boss, Theo, I don't think you went with him. Jason went with Theo.
Okay.
One time. But Jeff is kind of like taking up the mantle of going every year.
Is that when Jason and Corey got into the fight?
Oh my god. Dude, that was the worst. It wasn't that bad in Huna. I mean, it was bad, but it was when I dropped Corey off and I was in the truck and like Jason went out and they were like squabbling at 3 a.m. like yelling at the top of their lungs, and I'm just like, oh my god, dude, like I can't take this, just let's go.
You should have just drove off.
I should have. It was so bad. Yeah, Theo went with, it was Theo and Jeff, they both went, because after that Jeff was like, yeah, we're gonna take our own people now. Which,
no doubt.
Well, and Jason couldn't fish that time, right, because of his license problem. Yeah. So he was there and he was fishing, but
he's legit now.
But he wasn't fishing. We couldn't keep his fish, right, because he couldn't fish. And so they were like, well, why am I giving him fish when he doesn't even have a license? And so that
I can understand that. I don't blame them for that.
I don't either. So, and you're not going this year, right? Everybody boned out on you.
I know. I'm sorry.
What do we say in our house, Dana?
I know.
Don't be sorry. Just don't do it.
Well, it sucks.
I know.
I really did want to go, actually.
Well, maybe next year. But I had to cancel 2 trips this year.
Oh, wow.
Like our anniversary trip, Christina and my anniversary trip, we had to cancel because Dale and Kara couldn't go.
Oh.
Because Kara still has her dad. What? Hold on.
I can't have an empty glass on the finish, and we're just about out of chips here.
Yeah.
But we can't finish on chips.
No,
please.
Finish on a drink.
Yeah.
Oh, I spill all over the bar.
I've been drinking all day.
Have you really?
Not all day.
Can you hand me a napkin? I have to clean up my bar area.
No, I got that.
No, because it's on my hands too. I was using that as an excuse. I'll totally leave your bar, Rex.
Here, you want some water on it?
No, I don't need any water.
Okay.
I just spilled on my hands. Yeah, so, and then I have to cancel the September one because you can't find any people. Sucks, man. And they canceled Summer King in Huna. So no commercial kings.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what Jared told me, so. Love you, Jared. I know you're watching.
He's not.
No, he's not. Yeah, so.
But Dan and Lori, thank you so much for suffering through last.
Yeah. You know what I need, Dan? I need you to give me some comments on how stupid I am in the comments so I can read it. That'd be awesome. I always wanted some haters.
Oh, yeah.
Having haters, it means you made it. Come on, Dan. Write those hating comments. Lori, I know you can come up with something good to talk about.
Well, the problem is I didn't realize some of the things that we said, that I said. I was like, oh, man. Okay, well, you know.
They still like you.
I think.
Are they coming to the end of summer party?
Oh, they better.
I can't believe Ingrid and Brett aren't coming to the end of summer party.
Yeah, they're on a cruise.
Stupid. Here's to choosing cruises over your friends. Who does that?
Come on, man.
Who does that? Well, let's end it on that. Who does that?
Who does that?
Nobody does that.
Nobody.
I'm never going to do
Not
that.
a real friend.
That's right. So, until I do it, and then only real
Thank you
friends
for
do
not
it.
taking a cruise.
You're welcome. Cheers.